Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Monday. Steve again. Time for a quick album review. Had to do the Metallica review just because on Facebook and on the live streams, I've been getting so many questions about it, my thoughts, what I think, all that good stuff. Sorry about my eyes. It looks like I'm stoned out of my mind. My allergies are insane. They've been really bad the last couple of days here in Georgia. So let's just jump into it, though. 72 Seasons came out a few days ago. I got my copy in the mail. I pre-ordered it. I'm part of the Met Club, the record club. And when they first announced it, they did this yellow splatter version, and I think it sold out like the day they announced it. And then they did another Met Club version that's like a black smoke, and I think they did a lot more of those. I've seen two different numbers. I've seen that they did 2,000 on the yellow splatter, and then I've seen 10,000. So I don't know. They were selling for like $300 on eBay. It was insane, and they've gotten a little more reasonable, but they're still selling for like $100, which is nuts. But overall, a good album. Unfortunately, it's one of the it's like the last everything since Load. Um, I'll spin it for the next week. I've spun it a couple times already. I'll spin it a few more times, but when this goes on my collection, I'll probably never pull it out again. It's not there. There's no real memorable songs on here for me. It's not bad. The band sounds really good. Unfortunately, for Metallica, I mean, it's cool. I mean, the guys are in their late 50s. It's cool that they're still putting out good metal albums. This kind of harkens back to the Load Reload era for me, where it's more bluesy hard rock, bluesy metal than thrash at all. I purposely waited till the album came in before I listened to it. I didn't listen to any of the. I think they had 3 singles that came out over the last year or so. I purposely didn't listen to any of those. So I heard them all for the first time on Thursday or Friday. When I got the album in. My initial thoughts after listening to the album was I didn't remember a single song on here. There wasn't a single song that was stuck in my head after I listened to it. Another issue that I had is all the songs sound very similar all the way through the album. They're all really the same pace. Also, I hear a lot of retreaded intros, a lot of retread riffs. There's a lot of intros that sounded like some of their bigger hits from back in the day. And actually, one of my disappointments to this was there were a couple intros where I thought it was going to be a really killer song, and then when the song kicks in, it just kind of you lose whatever that excitement was with the intro. I hear a lot of people talking about Lex Eterna, which I believe was the first single that was released. I actually think that's one of the weaker songs on here. Musically, it's good. I don't really like James's delivery on it. My favorite songs on here are probably "Screaming Suicide," and my favorite is "Crown of Barbed Wire." That was the only track that, as I was listening to it, stood out. Again, once I stopped listening to it, it all kind of blurs together. It's all very samey. What hurts Metallica is Metallica's discography. I mean, they just have so many amazing albums, so many amazing songs that you compare it against those. I mean, like I said, if this was a just Joe Schmo metal band, I would say that this is a great album. But because it's Metallica, this one actually is going to rank pretty low on the list. I would probably. Saint Anger would by far be my least favorite. Metallica, followed by I'm trying to think of the name of it. The one with the white cover with the coffin on it. Like, it's not coming to me. I'd put this. I think it's better than those two. I don't think it's much better than anything else that they've released, though. I think as a whole, this is a better album than Reload, but Reload had some really good songs on there, some really standout songs. Another issue is, and it's the same issue I've had with Metallica since Load came out. They've got nobody editing their music. This is another album. It's almost 80 minutes. It's 77 minutes, and it doesn't need to be. There's songs on here that should have been cut, and man, if they can get their albums down to about 45 minutes of just good stuff, it would be a lot different. But they've gotten this in their head that we're just going to give them as much new music as we can. It doesn't matter how good it is. And again, I'm not saying that this is a bad album. It's just very bloated, like everything since Load has been. The production is not as good as their last album, but it's pretty good production. Musically, the only real disappointment for me is Lars. I hear a lot of people talking about how amazing he sounds on here. As a drummer, the sound is good. You don't have that weird pop that you had from Saint Anger, where it sounded like he was hitting a trash can. I don't like that he's using the real snappy pedals on this. It's not Metallica sound, and it's a very 90s sound where you get that snap, almost like a trigger with the drums. I don't like that sound. I never have, and I think it's odd that it's in here. And he's not doing very many. He hits the double bass a little bit, but it's not sustained, and there's not many drum fills. It's real basic drum playing. But I mean, that's my 2 cents. Again, it's not a bad album. It's not I see a lot of people talking about how this is the best album since the Black Album. This is the best album since Load. I don't see that at all. I would take Load and Reload over this every day of the week. And like I said, unfortunately, this is going to be one of those albums just like their last 4. I mean, even Hardwired to Self-Destruct, I loved that album. I played that for a good 2 or 3 months, but I haven't touched it since I put it on the shelves. I haven't pulled it out since probably 3 months after it came out. And like I said, this is going to be exactly the same way for me. The only way I may pull this out is if I end up doing like a full discography review like I did with Judas Priest or something like that. Again, just not something I'm going to listen to. I see a lot of people complaining about the artwork. It's all right. I do like that they did the die cut. I have the other one on the turntable right now. And then the artwork, these pictures are phenomenal. I really like the pictures here. But that's it, guys. That's my 2 cents. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your thoughts on the album were. And that's it. Take care, VC. I will see you soon. Later.